I need space from this marriage. She said it like she was ordering coffee, casual, nonchalant, like it wasn't the bombshell it was. I was sitting at the kitchen table, bills scattered in front of me, coffee half cold. She leaned against the counter, arms crossed, eyes avoiding mine. "For how long?" I asked calmly. "I don't know, maybe a few weeks," she replied. Weeks. A few weeks away from me, from the house, from responsibility. She thought it was a harmless pause, a breather, a little freedom. I stared at her. And then I smiled. Not the kind of smile that promises happiness. It was the kind that promises consequence. "Pack fast," I said quietly. "It starts tonight." Her face froze. "What?" she asked. I stood and walked to her slowly, as if I were approaching someone who had just set fire to my life. "You want space? Fine. But space has rules. You leave tonight. Everything you own that fits in one suitcase. You'll have the rest of your life to figure out how to get what you want, but not under this roof." She opened her mouth, shocked, angry, bewildered. "You can't just—" "I can," I interrupted, my voice flat, calm, and final. "You asked for space. You'll get it. But you'll get it permanently if this is the kind of space you need." I watched her panic. She ran to the bedroom, throwing clothes into a suitcase, muttering under her breath. Jewelry, shoes, makeup, all the luxuries she'd accumulated while pretending everything was fine went into that bag. I didn't intervene. I didn't help. I just sat back down and sipped my coffee, observing. Weeks turned into hours, hours into a day, and by the time she left, she was pale, silent, unsure if she'd been expelled or given freedom. The next morning, I called a lawyer. "I'm filing," I said simply. "Separation, custody of the house, full access to our accounts." She asked for space. I'm giving her room, legally and permanently. The lawyer chuckled softly. "You're decisive." "I'm done negotiating with someone who wants to treat my marriage like a hotel stay," I replied. She called me later that day from her mother's house, trying to guilt me. "Please," she said, voice trembling. "I just need time to think. Can't we work this out?" I smiled faintly, even over the phone. "You already have your time. Now it's your responsibility. Pack fast," as I said. Her tone shifted. Panic, anger, entitlement. She had never been denied control before, and suddenly everything she assumed was hers to manipulate vanished. Over the next few weeks, she tried every tactic. Tears, apologies, accusations, attempts to manipulate mutual friends. I remained steady, calm, unmoved. Eventually, the lawyer filed. Divorce proceedings began. She showed up in court flustered, realizing I wasn't going to negotiate or beg. I was prepared. She had underestimated my resolve. By the time the papers were signed, she had lost everything she assumed she could control. The house, the finances, the narrative. I didn't humiliate her publicly. I didn't need to. My calm decisiveness did all the work. Weeks later, I visited the house alone. Empty now, quiet, peaceful. I realized revenge wasn't in shouting, yelling, or destroying someone. It was in acting with precision, maintaining control, and refusing to be manipulated. She wanted space. I gave her more than she expected. And in that space, I reclaimed my life, my house, my peace. Sometimes the sharpest revenge isn't loud. It's simply decisive.